Your CV, motivation letter, and recommendation letter are important, but without the right language proof, your DAAD application won't even be complete. In this series, I'm focusing specifically on DAAD applications and how to prepare all the required documents step by step. In this video, we'll look at one of the key requirements, proof of language proficiency, and I'll explain what tests you need, the required scores, and what you should pay attention to. Hello, my name is Masoume. I'm a DAAD scholar doing my master's degree in Germany. In this channel, I want to share my experience about applying and studying abroad, and I want to help you to do that by your own. So don't forget to subscribe for more videos and feel free to leave a comment if you have any doubt. So let's start the video. Okay, today we want to see that what is the language requirements for this DAAD scholarship. So we are in the Master Studies for All Academic Discipline program of the DAAD scholarship. So if you come to the application procedure, like always, this is like the main source that we have for checking all the documents. So if you come to the documents, we need the language proficiency, and here you see that we need proof of language, knowledge of language, and we will go through this requirement here. So it is written that proof of knowledge of language of instruction in the chosen study program that should not be older than 2 years, and we will upload it here. And depending on the country, that actually is the country that you have selected here, according to that country, specific documents may be required. So if there is any specific requirements, you will see it here. Okay, so no problem, there is no special place that you should look for that, but always make sure that you select your country here, because for example, let me just refresh this web, okay, or no, here, because I've selected this one before, so I can just one step back, I would go again, here I should select my country, right? So I just select one country and the graduate degree, and when I check these documents will show to me that is the documents according to the country that I've chosen. So whatever you choose, that will be the documents will be according to that as well. So let's back to come back to this language. So here it is written that we need the proof of language. In another bullet point, we have this proof of English language abilities if the degree program is to be completed in English. So as we have seen in another tab, I think here, you can have your like master program in English or in Deutsch or German language, whatever you want. So it's up to you. It's not necessary that you only take English, and it's not necessary that you only take the German program. So I'm just looking for it to show you here. Yes, so if the language of instruction is German, there is some certificates, and if the language of instruction is English, you need some certificates. So according to the language that is going to be the language of instruction for the master program that you are applying for. So for example, let's say that you want to take English course, English master program. So make sure that when you apply for the universities, you only apply for the programs that are in English or completely in English, because some of the master programs or whatever programs that are in the university, they can be a combination of German and English. So please make sure that you have in the required abilities for the language. And if you don't want to have a German course, so just take the courses that are completely in English. But if it is not like that, and you don't know English but you know like German language and you want to study in German, so you can only select the courses that are in German, and then for the DAAD DAAD does not have a special requirement for itself. It doesn't say that, okay, I need this. It says whatever your master program is going to be in each language, you should show me the proof of that language. So if you want to study in German in your master program, you should give me a German language certificate. But if you are going to study in English for your master, so you should give me the English certificate. So it is like, so now let's see what kind of certificates are accepted by the DAAD. So for German language, we have TESDAF, DSH, Deutsche Sprachdiplom, whatever it is, DSD, got a certificate, and some other like TELC that I think most of them are popular, and normally people take these exams, so they are not some like random things. They are well-known exams that you can take the exams everywhere in the world, I think. Then for the English language, we have Cambridge Business, IELTS, TOEFL IBT, and TOEFL Essential, and PT Academic, and even Unsaid English. So it is also a really good list. So it means that like almost all of the English exams are accepted. So IELTS and TOEFL are the most like popular one, and normally you all have IELTS and TOEFL for the application. Okay, this is something that may change according to the country. Okay, so because I chose here Afghanistan, so for sure because the native language is not English, so for sure it will be written here that English or German is required. But maybe according to the country that you're coming from, you don't need to show it. Okay, so but normally you may need these documents. Then we will come to application procedure again, and we will see here that proof of English language abilities. If the degree program is to be completed in English, you need this proof of English language. But it doesn't mean that if you are studying in German language, you don't need to upload any like German qualification or certificate. No, because here we have another like bullet point that is written that proof of knowledge of language of instruction in the chosen study program. So whatever you choose for your master, as I've said before, whatever you choose for your master degree, you should have a proof of knowledge of language for that program. And so here, although it is also mentioned that for English, TOEFL minimum is 550, TOEFL IBT is 79, IELTS is 6.7, and TOEFL Home Edition or IELTS Indicator are also accepted. So this is a really good point that for some countries that you cannot take some exams like Afghanistan or Iran, you have this chance to take TOEFL Home Edition, which is a version that you can do in your home, I think. And so it's like wherever you are, you can do this exam, and you can get a grade for that. And it's good that it is also accepted by the DAAD. And I'm not sure about this, but I think that the universities also accept TOEFL Home Edition, and so that's a good point. And the grades that are here, the scores, like IELTS 6.7 is like a B2 level, so it's not something really hard. I believe that if you know some English, you can reach to this level really soon, but you need some time, and for sure for any language you need some time. And also you need to get prepared for the IELTS exam. And also TOEFL 79 is also a good grade. So I mean, like, because normally scholarships need a really high grades, okay, but this minimum is an achievable minimum. But for sure, if you have better English abilities, it would increase your chance for getting the scholarship. Also other things, like if you have better grades, better GPA, better transcripts, also they can improve the chance of getting this scholarship. In the last part of this video, I want to show you the IELTS website, and we will go through it. so we can get some information, because me personally, I took IELTS exam, and that's why I want to speak about it, because I don't have enough experience for the other types of exams. So, but mostly like the main information for most of the language exams are the same. For example, most of them have 2 years validation. So it is really important that when you took your exam, because when you take your exam, because it should have a good timeline. Okay, you have only 2 years validation, and you should do it in a way that you can get most use of this exam. So for example, if you are planning to do your, if you are studying in your bachelor, let's say that you are in the first year of your bachelor, and you are planning to do a master degree abroad, and you now plan that you take the IELTS exam in the first year of your bachelor. So it has only 2 years validation, and until the 3rd year of bachelor, your IELTS exam test results will be expired, right? And you cannot even apply for the master, because normally for master program you should at least be in the final year of your bachelor. And even for the embassy and visa, you will need it. So it is important that you have a timeline for that. So when you want to take your exam, and put that 2 years validation in a time that you are really going to apply. Okay, for example, let's say that you are in the 3rd year of, or in the last year of your bachelor, and you have just started the last year and you want to take the exam now. Okay, so you will most probably you cannot use the first year of your IELTS validation, because you are in the last year of bachelor, and you should finish this first, right? So it is really important that you have some plan for taking your IELTS exam in a way that you can really use that 2 years, and most probably use it for 2 educational year or 2 winter semesters, because winter semester here is much more important than the summer semester. I don't say it's important, I mean that the most of the programs are in winter semester. They have a starting in winter semester, and they don't start in summer semester. That's why you should plan somehow that you at least be able to use your IELTS for 2 winter semester. And make sure that for whatever test that you are taking, you should choose academic version for the university, not because IELTS also has the academic and general. So general is for some general purpose, but for the university you need the IELTS academic. And IELTS academic has 4 sections: listening, reading, writing, speaking, which listening has 30 minutes, reading is 60 minutes, and writing is also 60 minutes, and speaking is between about 15 minutes. And the point here is that IELTS has different versions, so you can take it paper based, that you will give a paper for these 3 parts. You also have the computer based, which you will get a computer for these 3 parts. That I personally took the computer based exam, which for me was not a choice, but I was happy with that. I didn't have any problem. And it has these 4 parts, and you can get ready for that. And for the other information, you can also search for the other videos. It's completely another topic, IELTS and other languages, that is not the subject for this video. So that's it. That's it for this video on language requirements for your DAAD application. I hope this helped you understand what you need and how to prepare your language proof correctly. In the next video, we'll continue with another important part of the application. If you found this useful, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next part. See you in the next video.